The immense chamber of the Galactic Council stretched upward into a crystalline dome that revealed the star-splashed void of space. 200 alien delegates representing the most powerful civilizations in the galaxy filled the tiered seats, their murmurs creating a symphony of clicks, whistles, and rumbles that echoed through the vast hall. Ambassador Trell of the Vexar Imperium, a being with iridescent scales and 6 limbs, was mid-speech when the chamber's alert system chimed. The holographic display at the center of the chamber flickered, showing a vessel approaching the station. "What is the meaning of this interruption?" Trell demanded, mandibles clicking in annoyance. Grand Arbiter Lox, the ancient and respected leader of the council, leaned forward. His translucent skin revealed the complex network of neural pathways that pulsed with each thought. "It appears we have unexpected visitors," Lox announced, his tone carefully neutral as the data scrolled across his personal terminal. "A ship from Earth has arrived." The chamber erupted in a cacophony of sounds as delegates turned to one another in disbelief. "Impossible!" shouted a representative from the Silicon Collective, their metallic body vibrating with indignation. The humans were quarantined to their solar system after the failed contact. They lacked the technology to reach us. "Evidently," Lox replied, "they do not." The hologram zoomed in on the approaching vessel. Unlike the elegant, curved designs favored by most spacefaring races, the human ship was angular and functional. Its hull bore scorch marks and what appeared to be crude patch repairs. They crossed 3,000 light-years in. That, a delegate whispered loud enough to be heard. As the council watched, the human vessel executed a perfect docking procedure with the station. The delegates fell silent as the implications became clear. Humans had not only developed faster-than-light travel independently, but had done so despite the technological embargo placed upon them after their violent reaction to first contact 50 years earlier. Commander Jack Reed stepped onto the council station with his small delegation. They were dressed in simple gray uniforms with Earth's insignia, a blue sphere encircled by olive branches on their shoulders. Reed was unremarkable in appearance, average height, short brown hair graying at the temples, and eyes that betrayed a soldier's vigilance. Permission to approach the council, Reed requested formally as they entered the chamber. His voice was steady, betraying none of the awe he felt at being the first human to address the legendary Galactic Council. Grand Arbiter Lox inclined his head. "Approach, human representative." Reed and his team walked to the central platform. The council chamber had fallen so quiet that the sound of human footsteps seemed to echo unnaturally loudly. "I am Commander Jack Reed of the United Earth Alliance," he began. "I bring greetings from Earth and a proposal for the council." "You should not be here," Trell interrupted, scales flashing with agitation. "Your species was deemed too aggressive, too unpredictable for galactic society. The quarantine was for your own protection as much as ours." Reed nodded respectfully. "We understand the council's concerns. However, circumstances have changed. We've detected the harvesters at the edge of our system." A ripple of genuine alarm spread through the chamber. The harvesters were a non-sentient biological weapon created during an ancient war and abandoned, self-replicating machines that consumed all organic matter to create more of themselves. For millennia, they had been contained in a distant sector. "How did you detect them when our outposts did not?" asked a representative of the Luminal Concord. Reed's second-in-command, Dr. Lisa Miller, stepped forward. Her dark hair was pulled back in a practical knot, her eyes sharp with intelligence. "We were forced to develop alternative technologies under quarantine," she explained. "Our detection methods differ from yours. We've been tracking the harvesters for 3 years. They've changed their patterns." Reed continued, "We've also developed a means to stop them, but we need the council's cooperation." Skeptical murmurs filled the chamber. "You expect us to believe," Trell began, "that humans, isolated for just 5 decades, have accomplished what the combined intellect of the galactic community could not in 10,000 years. Necessity drives innovation," Reed replied simply. "We were alone and vulnerable. We had to adapt." He gestured, and Dr. Miller activated a small device. A holographic display appeared, showing schematics for a weapon system unlike anything the Council had seen. Our ship is equipped with a prototype, Reed explained. It targets the quantum entanglement that allows harvester units to coordinate. Without it, they become inert. The Council members studied the display with growing interest. The design was elegant but unmistakably human, practical, resourceful, with redundant systems and fail-safes that spoke of a species that expected things to go wrong. "Why come to us?" asked Grand Arbiter Lox. "You have this technology. Why not deploy it yourselves?" Reed's expression remained steady. "The range is limited. We need to place disruptors at key locations throughout the galaxy. We need your help, and frankly, you need ours." Chamber fell silent once more as the full meaning of his words sank in. Humans, the quarantined species, the violent primitives who had shocked the galaxy with their ferocity when a standard cultural assessment mission had been mistaken for an invasion, these same humans were now offering salvation. "We will need to verify your claims," Locke said finally. "Of course," Reed nodded. "We're prepared to demonstrate the technology and share our findings, but time is short. The harvesters will reach the Proxima system within months." As the Council deliberated, Reed stood calmly at the center of the chamber. He represented not just Earth, but a turning point in galactic history. Humans had taken their isolation and turned it into strength. They had transformed their famous aggression into determination, their fear into innovation. The Council would eventually agree to Earth's proposal. They had no choice. And as the human delegation departed to prepare for the demonstration, the delegates of 200 worlds contemplated a future where humans walked among the stars, not as the dangerous primitives they had dismissed, but as equals, perhaps even as saviors. The Galactic Council had fallen silent when Earth's ship arrived, but that silence marked the beginning of a new era, one that would echo throughout the cosmos for millennia to come.